Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a Morgan silver dollar coin ring. So I'm going to be turning this into a ring, and if you want to do it yourself, feel free. To start the ring making process, you'll need to get a hole in the middle of the coin somehow, and the easiest way for doing this is getting a self-centered punch and die kit. You can find these on Etsy or eBay. I got this one from Coin Ring Magic, but I also recommend Jason Works. He has some pretty good dies and punches. And then I'll just set it in there because it will be self-centered. It's got that little washer, and you can put this on top and put the punch in the die, and you'll put it in the a 6-ton press. You'll need to get a 6-ton hydraulic press. 1-ton or 2-ton arbor presses also work, but I recommend getting a 6-ton hydraulic press because it's not much more expensive and it's just so much easier. You'll just press it down in the die until it punches through the coin, like that. Sorry, that's when a tripod would be good. And then you just take it out and get off the punch by pressing the punch down through it. And that's it. Well, that's the first step. Okay, for the next step, you'll need a deburring tool. You'll just run it along the inside of the edge, quite a bit on each side, till you can just run your finger along and it's really smooth. So I'll kind of give you a look at what it looks like afterwards. This might be able to show you a bit. See how the edge is kind of rounded off there compared to over here. It's not really rounded at all. Got the round, and I'll do the same thing to this side, and then we'll just use some 20 grit sandpaper and run along inside. I'll show you what that looks like, and then we can move on to starting to form the ring. Okay, it should look similar to this after you deburr and sand it. Have a nice rounded off smooth edge. Make sure you can run your fingers along it, not really feel much, if anything at all. And then we'll be on to our next step, which is heating up the coin. That way it will be more flexible to work with in the ring making process. Okay, so you're going to want to heat it up kind of with the end of the flame. And these silver dollars can take quite a bit of heat compared to other silver coins. So you can heat it up pretty good. Don't heat it up too much, otherwise you might get it to mess up. The silver will bubble up. But you'll want to get this maybe a dull red, if that. Just keep going around in a circle. That way you're heating up all of the coin, not just one spot. And that's actually probably good right there. Let you see what it looks like. Whoops, kind of turned off the camera there, but we're still at this. Okay, so now what you'll need is a pair of needle nose pliers, and you will pick it up like this, and you'll bring it right over to just some water, and you just quench it in there, and it will instantly cool off. And the reason it doesn't instantly reharden is because it's a non-ferrous metal, whereas if it was a ferrous metal, it would reharden like iron as soon as you quench it in water. But silver is non-ferrous, so you can quench it in water and it won't reharden instantly. So now we can start working with it. The next 3 things you'll need is, I like to use Jason Works 1.5 17-degree pitch die, coning die. You can get those off his Etsy shop, and then he also has the cones. This is the starting cone. I think this is called the universal cone. I can't remember, but you can get it on his Etsy shop. I think Coin Rings USA also makes some, so if you wanted another option, there you go. The last thing you'll need is plumber's tape. And the first thing you need to do is wrap this around. You'll want to kind of hold on to this until you wrap it around once or twice over this part. That way it will just hang on to itself, and then keep wrapping it all the way from here to about here. I'll show you when I'm finished. This is what it should look like. When you're finished, it should look something like this. You want to wrap it around each area like 2 to 4 times. And yeah, so now that we've got the coin heated up, this wrapped up, let's move on to the next step. Okay, so when we're putting the coin in the die, you'll want the side that you want on the outside of the ring facing down in the die. You want to make sure that side's facing down. That way it will be on the outside of your ring, and then you'll have the other side facing up, and that detail will be preserved because you got the cone wrapped up. And now let me put this in and straighten it up, and I'll show you from there. Okay, so we got it all straightened up. We'll just start pressing on the handle. And if you are wondering where I got this press from, I just got it from Harbor Freight. You can get it pretty cheap with the coupons they have. You can get it for like 65 bucks. And now you're just going to want to watch the coin as it goes down to make sure it doesn't go off to the side. Like this one's just tilting a slight way a bit. So you just take it out and adjust it. I might have to put the camera down. I think I got it. Let me put the camera down. Okay, I've got it readjusted and straightened out. And now you'll just keep pushing. If you notice it going off a bit, just fix it. Just keep pushing. I gotta tighten that up a bit. Until it is tight on your cone. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. You may have to bring it out, but it's basically until you get a lot of force that's telling you can't push anymore. But let me take it out and show you what I mean by it being tight on it. You basically don't want any separation between the cone and the ring, which there isn't really any here. And so now we'll move on to the next step. Okay, since I'm going to be making a smaller size, I'm going to be using Jason Works Swedish wrap die. I really recommend getting these if you're going to be getting into coin rings. And then it has the pushers with it that just pushes it down. And then you'll need to wrap this thing up with plumber's tape. I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. And then we're going to be pushing it down this die. And the plumber's tape will preserve all the detail on the ring. So this is pretty cool. This is where the ring starts to really form. Okay, so this is what it should look like. It should be wrapped up really good because you want to make sure this detail's preserved. Otherwise the ring is basically ruined. I mean, you can still do something with it, but anyways, you'll probably want to use at least half a roll of the plumber's tape and just make sure it's wrapped up good because you do not want these things to get their detail lost. Okay, so once you get the ring in the die, you'll want to put this right on the rim of the coin. You want to try and center it the best you can. That seems pretty good. And you will just push down on this. I gotta recenter it. I didn't center it the best, but that sometimes happens. It's not a big deal. You can just recenter it, especially with these Morgans. They have such thick rims, you can just recenter. Okay, and then you just push it down until you get resistance and can't push anymore. Because these pushers only go a certain amount down. That's as far as this one will go. So now you'll take it out and you'll rewrap the top half of this to make sure the detail. Okay, my phone ran out of space there, so anyways, as I was saying, you'll want to rewrap this, and then you'll use the smaller plunger, and you'll just put it on top and press it down the same way we did with the other one. Okay, once you got the ring rewrapped really well, you'll just do the same thing as we did with the other one. It's going to be hard to show, but keep pushing with the plunger until you get too much hesitation where it won't let you put any more, press any more. Okay, that's it. Let me push it up. Okay, so now you'll probably just want to take that off and rewrap the entire thing, and then we got to press it down one more time until it goes all the way through. Now we'll finish pushing it through the die after I got it rewrapped up really well. And this will just push it all the way through. There you go. And this isn't finished yet. We got to do a couple more steps and then we'll be good to go. I'll take this off and show you the next step. Okay, I'm going to reheat it up, and then after that I'll show you what I'll do next. Okay, so now I got the ring re-annealed. I'll use this 1.2 and 1.1 25 degree pitch die from Jason Works, and I will put the coin in like this, and I will press it down in the press with the plungers from the Swedish wrap die kit, and I'll get it all set and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and I'll just start pressing down, and I don't want to press down too much. Probably just press down maybe halfway, not even, probably. That's probably good right there. Sorry, it's hard to videotape with one hand. Let's check. Yeah, I think that will be good, and then we'll do the same thing with the other side. Let me get it all set, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is what it should have, that shape, nice rounded off edge. And then, so next step is just deburr the top rim until it's not really even there. That way you can just have a smooth, nice fit. And I'll show you the finishing touch. But besides that, it will be finished. And then you just gotta add the finish you want, like a patina, or if you want a shiny finish, there's a way to do that. I'll show you both. Okay, so that top rim should look like this after you deburred it and sand it. And so next we need to take some steel wool. Use quadruple zero grade steel wool. Here, I'll grab that. You can get this at Walmart, so nothing special really. And then you'll just rub it along with your thumb. Just rub it all the way around, and I'll show you the result. What it should look like after. Okay, this is what it should look like after you've taken the steel wool to it. You still got the inside detail because you've been preserving it with the steps I've shown. And so now you can go two ways. You can just take a jewelry wipe and just wipe it and make it shiny, leave it shiny. Or you can take this liver of sulfur. I prefer to use the gel because it just works better in my opinion, and it lasts longer. But there's also a powder you can get. I recommend the gel, but it's your... Okay, I ran out of space again, but anyways, you can just follow the directions on this and put the ring in, and I'll show you what it should look like when it's finished, and then you'll have to use the steel wool again to take the excess patina off. This is what it should look like after you've let it sit in the sulfur, but before you've used the steel wool. And now I'll use the steel wool and let you see what it looks like after. Okay, I forgot to mention you'll also want to use a jewelry wipe. But this is what it looks like after you've steel wooled it and jewelry wiped it. This lighting really isn't doing it justice. I'll have to get some better pictures or videos of it tomorrow. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Also, this video was kind of put together in a hurry, so if you have any questions about it, just let me know and in the comment section, and I'll try and get back to you. Thanks for watching.